The next speaker is a senior chosen by student and faculty to be our most valuable Jaguar. He will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University in the fall. Please help me in welcoming James Wotokis.
Parents, faculty, graduates, friends, and uncles deemed cool enough to attend. This moment is priceless. I'm honored to speak before you today, and I'm equal parts surprised and humbled to have been nominated the most valuable Jaguar. This came as a shock to me, as my boss has been adamant for months that I'm worth $9 an hour. As the old adage so eloquently oversimplified it, time is money. The last 13 years of my time have been spent, if you will, in the Henrico County public school system. However, phrasing it this way doesn't sit right with me. To spend implies a finality. Money spent is not easily recovered. I can't track down a single one of the $240 I spent freshman year on a Kill Bill replica katana. Some call this purchase a costly mistake. I prefer to see it as the world's coolest letter opener. Money's value is not intrinsic. It's determined by monetary policy manipulations and a number of market forces that I won't pretend to understand before you today. I did not score a perfect 100 on the WISE financial literacy exam. Paxton O'Brien, Thomas Gordon. Go Rams. However, I do know this much to be true. Each year, the US dollar depreciates with normal inflation, and similarly, the things that our dollars can buy us lose value. Cars lose value the moment you drive them off the lot. Now, to depreciate by definition implies that something had value in the first place. And for those of you who remember my first car, this qualification is debatable at best. I can tell you, however, that the shady salesman valued my 2005 Chevrolet Equinox with a salvage title at $4 grand. Today, I'm willing to part with it for $200 in a Klondike bar. Or maybe just the Klondike bar. Come see me after this is over, we could make a deal. Unlike our questionable purchases, memories and experiences gain value over time. Though my car now collects rust, broken down in the driveway, I can remember it in its prime, broken down somewhere between Tappahannock and Mechanicsville. One afternoon, on a 2-hour trip to the Potomac River, became a 5-hour odyssey that spanned 2 separate breakdowns due to a faulty radiator hose. Though at the time, my friends and I wanted to jump off of the nearest bridge, which was 27.3 miles away, we Google mapped it. I learned a lot of valuable things on this trip. I learned what a shady mechanic looks like. I learned that carrying an extra stick of deodorant in that 90-degree sweltering heat is very valuable. And on that day, sitting marooned in front of Battlefield Elementary School with my heat gauge maxed out, blasting James Brown on the radio, I found that I had 2 lifelong best friends who would tolerate my clunker of a car. I challenge you to find some friends who will tolerate yours. The truth of the matter is that the things we tend to value in life are not always the most precious. Money, status, cool watches, these things are temporary and they don't hold their value well. But I do like it though, Mr. Davenport. It's very cool. It's got my name on it. Memories, friendships, common struggles, these things make up the timeline of our lives. My challenge to all of you is to place the highest value on the things that truly make life worth it. Examine these last 4 years and ask yourselves what kept you going. To end with a quote from Mr. Tousley, who explicitly told me not to include a quote in my speech. Be not boring. At our 10-year reunion, I don't want to hear about the sick new bonus you just scored last year, or the hot set of wheels you just bought. I want to hear about the time that you got out of a speeding ticket because you were wearing a Dale Earnhardt t-shirt. And that's a true story, by the way. If you're out there, you know who you are. These types of stories are the ones that you should constantly look to one-up and make even more outlandish ones. Your most valuable moment has yet to be lived. Go out and make it. Thank you.